All right. Smith Cartel. Y'all like and subscribe. I'm El Jefe. I'll be your host today. Back to this channel. Ooh, we back with another one. All right, y'all. I ain't even gonna cap. This one gonna be funny as hell. I'm gonna get probably in trouble, but I'm speaking facts, okay? I don't really care how people feel. I don't care none of that. Okay, we ain't going for none of that. And so, what we got here? What do we have today? Yeah. All right, so let's see what we got. So we have, what did he say? He sent me this. Man moves on. Guess who's mad? All right, this is from the Chow Time Podcast, Chow Time Network. Y'all go to Chow Time. Y'all go check him out. Yes. He has some good content. Excuse me. So let's see what we got going, because he be having some crazy stuff. Let's get it.
Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red.
What's up, Red?
Today from Modern Dating here.
Uh-oh, what you got?
Am I the asshole for sleeping with another girl after she told me that she didn't want to become official? I've been casually seeing this girl, Amy, for a few months now. We've been sleeping together, and we might occasionally go out together. But for the most part, it's just late night hookups. Even though our relationship is just mostly sex, I do enjoy her company outside of that, and she's definitely got more to offer. Okay. A few days ago, we were laying in bed, and I told her that I wanted to take things more seriously between us. She said, "I'm flattered. I really like you. The sex is great. You're a good guy. I want us to keep seeing each other, etc. But I'm not in the position to be your girlfriend or take a relationship seriously." She basically gave me the "it's not you, it's me" speech, but in many more words. It stung hearing that because I did want something more with her, but it is what it is. I'll take the L and move on.
That's what you gotta do.
One of my boss's clients is this rich bastard who throws these big parties at his house 3 to 4 times a year. Yeah. The previous 2 parties that he threw, my boss invited me, and I took Amy as my +1, but I obviously didn't want to go with her this time. I hit up some people to see if anyone was interested, and this girl, Lisa, was down. Okay. Lisa and Amy turned out to be friends. Not close friends, but they are connected on social media. I don't have social media, and I had no idea they knew each other. We ended up going out together and hooked up by the end of the night. You had no idea, huh? The next day, Amy starts blowing up my phone and starts going off on me for partying with another girl. At this point, I don't even know how she knew, but then she says that she saw Lisa's Insta stories or whatever it was. She was absolutely furious, but I told her that she has no right to be. She's not my girlfriend. She doesn't have any say in what I do or who I do it with. Amy asked me if I slept with Lisa, and I said that it was none of her business. She was absolutely raging, but I told her that I can do whatever I want with whoever I want because I'm single. Am I the asshole?
That's facts.
Nope. She said she didn't want to be your girlfriend.
Yep.
She can't expect you to keep fawning over her when she's unavailable. Anyone who wants you to be committed and loyal to them, while they aren't committed to you, has some serious issues.
Very serious.
She doesn't want to be...
I mean, this is the attention that women want. Like, we see other clips of that man.
He is not lying.
Snapchatting other girls while he's at her house or whatever, and she's getting all mad at him. Like, but even though he's the sneaky link, that's just how women think. They just want everything to themselves, even though they're doing the shady stuff themselves.
Be with you, but doesn't want you.
He's speaking facts, man. Red's speaking facts. I agree with him on that. I've seen it. I've seen clips, and I've seen it in real life. Like, I actually had a homeboy, and this is the craziest thing I ever saw, because I'm a logical person. I'm an Aquarius, so I'm a logical person when I think about things. And I think about the logic in everything. So my homeboy, I'm over there, and we're watching, what's that movie with, Shawshank Redemption. We were watching Shawshank Redemption, and he got this girl over there, and I guess this girl is like, either she married or something. I don't know. It was something where she had a man. So I'm like, man, and I told him, I said, man, you shouldn't be doing all that. I said, you need to take her somewhere else, like a hotel or something. And I was like, she's not somebody you bring to your house. And he's like, what are you talking about? I said, man, why would you bring somebody who has a man to your house? She obviously ain't a main. She's just a side. And he was just like, oh, and even all of us were saying that. We were like, that's ridiculous. You don't do stuff like that. So the guy was sitting there, and we were much younger then. I'm older now, so I'm over to her. But And the guy was sitting there, you know what I'm saying, and he was getting mad at us for speaking on facts and all that. And we were like, hey, you know, we ain't got no issues with you. You do what you do regardless. You know what I'm saying? But it was just crazy because while she was there, and this man, keep in mind, our homeboy had like 3 girlfriends. While she was there, and she had a man, he was sitting there going on some dating app, and he was going through it. And we were all sitting there watching the movie, talking. You know how we do. You know how guys do, man. We up here talking, doing all kinds of weird stuff, talking crap, mess like that. And it got me because he was really, 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 really dead set on it. He was just like, yeah, you know, looking on this app, and the girl flipped out. When I say flipped out, I mean she flipped out. She was like, why are you on this? Why are you doing that? Why are you on this app looking at girls and da-da-da-da, and I'm the only girl you should be looking at? And I'm looking at this whole situation like it's a movie. Like I got 2 movies on. I'm watching Shawshank Redemption on the TV, and I'm watching them too. And I'm getting them mixed up because I'm like, oh my gosh, they're going to take her in the back boiler room. It's like, I'm so confused. So she's like going off on him. And he's like, don't you have like a man? And she's like, yeah, I got like 2. And he's like, so why the heck are you tripping? And it just was weird to me. I ended up leaving because I wanted to watch the movie Shawshank Redemption. So I went home and finished watching Shawshank Redemption because I wanted to finish watching it. You know, it's a good movie. And when you start watching a movie like that, it'll just stick in your head. So I was like, man, I'm going to go watch it. But it was crazy to me, man. I've seen that on social media and stuff. You see it too. So it's weird how some of these women will cheat on a man with another man, and if that dude is looking at other women, they're like, no, you can't. But look, you got to understand that this is not your man. This is just somebody you messing with.
You to act single?
Weird.
Nope.
Weird. Deluge your vision.
Nope. She can't have it both ways. She was clear on where you two stood and can't be mad if you respected her boundaries. She is probably mad because she didn't get to go to the party where she could meet her future rich husband.
Yeah, that's possible too.
You put your feelings on the line and tried to advance the relationship, but she declined. Now she's mad because you're single, and your attention will be directed to another woman.
That's a big part.
No commitment means no loyalty. He is single. Most soldiers, whether they've been there themselves or know someone who has, share a similar story.
Yeah.
They often start valuing what they had only after they lose it. This situation is likely one of those cases where she saw him as a backup plan. She knew he was a good guy who would probably make a great father and husband. But based on her reaction, he was meant to stay in the friend zone until she decided to give him a chance. Fortunately, he saw through that and moved on. He found himself a girlfriend, and now she's upset because he's no longer available. But she shouldn't be mad because he gave her the opportunity to secure a relationship with him, but she didn't want it. So, finding someone else was the best decision he could have made, as pursuing someone who isn't on the same page doesn't make sense. The plan was to keep him in the friend zone, but he was smart enough to refuse it as he knew there were little to no benefits to staying in that position.
That's the whole point.
We always say it, man. Walk away.
Yeah.
It is a great power that we have.
You walk away.
He didn't want to be a source of free attention and validation for anyone.
They're just trying to get something out of you. They want validation from anywhere.
But what if I told
That's the whole point.
One, it gets you more money.
Why do men cheat on 10s with 2s?
Because 2s like 10s and 10s like 2s. You ready? All of this is subjective and perspective. And even though it may sound...
Hey, he's spitting straight facts. Why do men cheat on 10s with 2s? Wow. And that's the facts. I mean, just because, like, I've always said this since I was a young man. You know, and my mama always said that, hey, you've been here before. I'd be like, hey, why is it that you know, women are walking around and say, yeah, I'm beautiful. My grandma said, because they think they ugly. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, most people who continuously say something about themselves are only trying to convince themselves. I'm like, damn. And then she'd be like, yeah, she's like, most women will think they're 10s because that's what they're taught to think. Makes sense. It really does. I'm just like, wow. But that's just crazy to me that You know, because there's a lot of 10s. There's a lot of women who are very, very beautiful, but have horrible, horrible things about them. Like, I ain't even gonna go in, but there's a demographic of women, certain type of woman who will spend 3.5, 4 hours putting a costume on that they got to go out in the world to be somebody. And as they spend that 3 to 4 hours putting on over $200, $300 worth of makeup, that costume, they won't even dip themselves in the tub. They won't even wash their body. Priorities are so backwards. They'll have all kinds of makeup and no soap. No body wash, no towel, no washcloth, no nothing. But we'll spend 4 hours putting a face on. Come on, y'all. Come on, Smith Cartel. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Cliche.
That girl's gonna be mad at me because I'm telling facts.
So realistically, the women who think they 10s really 9, 8, 7s, and the women they think 2s really 5, 6s, give or take. Ironically enough, they asking why do men cheat on 10s with 2s, and dudes in their comments saying why is 3s even asking this question?
Yeah,
so
true enough. Facts.
Subjective perspective, but the senses of this concept is very true
He's
because men
speaking
definitely
facts, yo.
cheat
I'm
on
just
the 10
saying. I'm
with
just
2s
saying.
and up and 2s and lower.
Yeah.
And here's why: because the majority of bad bitches is bad at it.
Yeah.
Marinate on that though. Yeah, she got a good face, good body, good and attractive. But she also got a bad attitude, bad demeanor, bad decision making, bad aura. Not all, but majority of these women get a life pass because they look good. And after a while, you just a pretty face with you a 10. But everything else is a 2. Adam 5, 6, 7s who you think is 2s because you a 10. After a while, they become the 10s after putting up with your 2isms. And don't let me be attracted more to her to the point that I can control and manipulate. I can mold this female to be a side bitch. I'm just keeping it real with you today. Self-esteem low, the man's is not. Yours is too high to the point that you blind by shit that's not really true.
For
you
real.
superficial than a bitch. Now I really got a 10 with 2 bitches. She cool as shit. She an 8. She don't mind paying for shit because she ain't never really got a dude like that. That's attractive like the man would be. So she an 8. You 5 as hell. And that's it. So you a 2. Just in case you didn't know, them unattractive girls know how to put it down. They got to. It's a requirement. Majority of them cute ass girls, they can't do nothing because they just sit there. That's all they used to.
Yep.
This man is speaking nothing but the truth. Since they never had to do anything to attract men, they didn't feel the need to focus on other aspects of themselves or improve in any way.
I'm telling you.
I mean, we say it. They don't age past 16 because 16 is when they hit that attractive level of that's all they ever had to do. They never had to develop their minds.
Never had to get anything.
I get all the attention.
Yeah.
I get free
Just
stuff.
sit there and get free
give
things.
Me money.
Until they turn into an old crow.
Men. Why would I
then they invisible to everybody.
They relied solely on their beauty. But this strategy always fails when it comes to relationships or commitment, as most men seek more than just physical appearance.
They get that the elementary school PE teacher haircut they used to have back in the day.
This is why they be coming around conventionally attractive can still have the man they want.
Yep.
Because they are willing to put in the effort to make their partner happy.
Yeah.
Ask a dude right now. Hey, if you get with the baddest bitch in the world right now, what you gonna do? I'm gonna do whatever. I'm gonna do everything. And that's exactly what he mean. He gonna do everything to her. She ain't gonna get a chance to do nothing. She's not getting experience. She just getting a lot of experience done on her from the perspective of a man. She just laying there. Because who's doing all the work? Me. And that's fine because I want to do all the work because you fine then the bitch. I'm trying to be memorable to you because I want to do it again. I look at you. You just fine and you know you fine and the world been telling you you're fine. So you just been getting fine treatment. Don't know how to do nothing. You don't even know how to throw it back because you so fine. I'm grabbing you and I'm throwing it back on me because you so fine.
That's it. That's all it is. Nothing else.
And I blame us.
That's facts,
I blame
though.
us and women because women gas each other up too.
Yeah.
People used to say, "Why can't Halle Berry keep a man?" There you go.
Yeah, that's true though. I don't blame just men for women thinking that they 10s and they 2s. I blame feminine women. I blame feminism. I blame all of that because the world has taught everybody to be soft and they'll get rewarded. You know what I'm saying? Like, women now it's to a point where if you tell a woman she's fat, they want it to be against the law. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like if a doctor says, "Oh, ma'am, you're obese," I think obese sounds worse than fat. But if they say you're obese, if you don't lose weight, you're going to perish. You look at that doctor and you say, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to get right on it." You don't say, "You know what? You hurt my feelings and I want to sue you." It's ridiculous. And then I said the same thing back in the day. I said, why can't Halle Berry keep a man? Halle Berry fine is all I'm talking about. That woman is fine, but she can't keep a man. Why? There's a reason. You know, and that's the thing. Why was it that how you say her name? Demi Moore? Is it Demi Moore or Demi Moore? Why is it that Demi Moore it can't keep a man? She's single. And was fine. Have y'all ever seen Indecent Proposal? Come on, man. She was fine back in the day. Even in Ghost, when she had the boy haircut, she still was cute. But that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to look at those factors and say, okay, why is these women why Oprah single? The richest woman in the world single. I don't know if she's the richest, but she's close. Tell me that. It's just facts, man. It's just facts, man.
Go.
And a lot of women don't like the facts. They don't like facts and they don't like reality. They like delusional vision. She makes him feel
safe, needed, and respected. Doesn't matter what the outside looks like if you're rotten at the core.
Yep.
That's facts,
Bro
man.
had to be under oath. The way he told nothing but the truth. I was looking for something to argue with. I can't. I won't. This man spoke his truths and the truths of some men.
Yeah.
We all should listen and pay attention.
Yeah.
He's speaking.
Shout out to this woman actually.
Yeah, see, this woman actually took into it and listened.
Facts.
That's rare.
It's respect. Men fall for women who respect them and hold them in high regard. Tens don't respect
that's
men.
the whole reason why.
Did you know that you can have
the world is the way it is? That's why you look on there. And social media is fun to watch. It's fun to watch.
I agree with his viewpoint.
But reality
Those
is,
who primarily rely on
they
their
go home
physical
and cry
appearance
every
will
day.
eventually realize that this approach isn't
They're
effective.
alone. Nobody
As
wants
most men
them.
seeking
Smith
something
Cartel,
serious
nobody
will
wants
require
them.
much more than just outward looks.
You could be the most
External
pretty,
beauty
beautiful
alone is
woman in the
rarely
world.
enough
If
to
your
hold the
attitude is
attention of
messed
mature
up,
men who know what they want.
you ain't no higher than a
looking
2.
for a partner to build a life with. This crucial
nowhere
insight
near
is
10.
often missing, leading to confusion
Looks
and
can be
disappointment.
most of things, but looks is what draws a man in.
They
But
find
once
out
that
their
mouth
partner has
opens
left
and
them
they
for
start
someone who
hearing
may
how
not
you
be as
speak,
physically
your
attractive.
etiquette and all that, and
They
your
struggle to
vocabulary and how you
understand how it
talk,
happened,
that's
not
the factor
realizing
right
that,
there, deciding
to him,
factor
the
right
other
there.
woman is more appealing because she offers qualities that are
most
far
men
more
will say,
important, making her
as soon
a
as you
better
start
match.
talking, as soon as you
Ultimately,
speak and your
it comes down
verbiage
to
comes out, they're going to
understanding
be
what
like,
each gender truly seeks.
they're going to put you in a
While looks
category,
may
and
open
sometimes
the
it's
door
not the
to
one
truly
you want to
stay
be
and
in.
build a lasting connection.
You
There
gotta
needs to be
understand
much
that
more
that's
than
the
just
thing.
external beauty.
I've said it on all my other videos.
This is why not everyone
when you
can
open
secure
your
the level of
mouth, that's
commitment
when a
they
man
desire.
judges you.
Really?
If I was with a guy,
He's looking at you and he's already judging a little bit, but he's
I'm
not.
masculine.
He's not.
So
gonna do
if I was to find the guy that just so happened, you know what I'm
And
saying,
that
it
right
just
there,
connects, and that's just what's
that
meant for
really
me.
bugs me,
I
man.
would really want him to be feminine.
That right there really bugs
fuck
me.
Up and
Like this one here, this girl here, it really bugs me because she says she's masculine, but the thing is, she's not. That's funny. I love how a woman can tell you she's masculine. She can say, I'm a masculine woman, but then if you put her in a room full of about 12 people that look like me, and we were all standing in there, and we said, everybody in here is about to fight, she would cower down like a turtle and fall over in the corner and say, I'm a girl. You're not masculine at all. Not even a little bit. You're not. You wish you were. Yeah. See, this is the problem with the world, delusional vision. These women wish they're something and then they think that they are. I'm going to put a costume on, go outside, and that's who I am. I'm not who I really am. I'm just who the costume says I am. Make it make sense. I mean, come on now.
cook and clean and do all that type of shit.
She's young. She says all this until she.
And it's funny because she'll probably be single till the day she goes, perishes. She'll probably have, 5, 6 cats. She'll run around. She'll say, oh, yeah, I'm masculine still. While the cats are running her ragged every day, making her do stuff for them. She's going to be like, I'm masculine. Yeah, you are to yourself. You going off on yourself in the mirror every day. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing about it. These people, these women don't understand that when you say stuff like this and somebody can go back and fact check it or somebody can go back and pull it up, guess what? Now you're exposed and now you're a goofy.
She experienced it and then she's like, oh, I don't want to do this.
I feel like that's cool. Like, okay, it works. We balanced. Is he gay though? If he likes that? Maybe he is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he is.
You know, I like to watch goofies on TV. When you put a bunch of young, dumb people, dumb women on TV, it's so entertaining.
She wouldn't understand. Fall back.
It's very, very entertaining.
At least she's honest. She's just saying words.
Yeah.
I like her energy and her willingness to take on a masculine
I think that most of these women try to figure out.
She has no
idea.
They
wait
and
they try to figure out what. Let's see. Okay, this is what everybody says is right. Okay, let me say what's wrong so that way I can try to piss everybody off.
Masculine male role models or masculine males.
These women think that wearing high heels,
the lack of understanding
and a dress,
what it means to be masculine,
and talking proper is masculine.
Based on how she described herself, it's clear she's clueless when it comes to this matter.
But again, she probably don't even know what feminine is. She probably don't know what being feminine or masculine is. She don't know either one.
This is why, as soon as they start making money,
you can tell she's kind of goofy anyway. She looks like she's
even men.
What is she like?
But this is not how things work.
She looks special. She got that special face.
Men are more than what's in their pockets.
Yep.
We are so much more than the size of
you know
our bank accounts.
Like you can't let her sit around scissors or nothing because she would hurt herself.
Which is why they're so confused. Since she can provide,
she's weird
she
anyway,
believes
though,
she's no longer a woman.
You need to figure out where her hairline is. That's what she needs to figure out because you can't just pull that dirty hair, that matted up hair that she got.
We can't make this up.
That was an ugly hairstyle. She could have did something to make herself look
quiet
pretty.
and start questioning what your
then
thought
again,
process
she'd open
is.
her mouth and she'd have still been.
You're off the rails.
But yeah, you guys, they're right on that, man. Like, it's just weird. People say stuff and then they do stuff and then they grow up. It's the same men and women. Y'all are both goofy. I mean, it's like, the women are talking about, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. Then 10 years, 20 years down the line, they're on another podcast crying because nobody ever wanted them. Because by that time, they don't care. They don't care about they don't care about their look. They don't care about how they look to people no more. They're like, no, I don't care. I'm going to tell the truth. I would say, nobody wanted me. But when they're young, they like to lie. They be like, oh, yeah, no, everybody wants me. Yeah. You be seeing some of them boogawoos. They be up there on there talking about, yeah, I be approached by millionaire men every day. No, you don't. Just because you watch it on TV don't make you approached by them. That's ridiculous. These women, we gave these women a platform and these men a platform, the delusional vision ones, so they can look out and look at stuff and say, hey, I'm going to make up this because this is cool. No, you're just dumb. That's just the way life is. Life keeps lifing. That's just how it goes. And at the end of the day, that's just what it is. You can't get mad at people for who they are. Dudes too. Guys, they dumb too. Delusional vision. They sit there and they go do these they be unaliving people on TV, then they go rap about it and talk about it and think, oh, the feds ain't coming to say nothing to me. They're just going to walk by me and say, hey, guy, good song. Delusional vision. Everybody got it. Everybody got it. You got goofies that be out in the road talking mess. Yelling on one of my videos going off on somebody jump out trying to stick them. Bing, 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 bing. And then that person get out the car and wail your butt. Where are you out? And you lay there looking like a victim. Goofy. Delusional vision. All right, y'all. Y'all like and subscribe to the channel, Smith Cartel. I'm Hefe, and I will see you on the next one, all right? Y'all stay safe. To my kids and my nieces, I love y'all. Be safe, baby.